Hey guys, it's Casey and welcome back to my channel. So today I am coming at you guys with another tutorial and I am using the Tarteist Pro palette. Now if you follow me on Snapchat, then you did see I got this palette the same day that I got the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. So I asked, would you guys like to see something using this palette or the Urban Decay Full Spectrum? And I got more people to say this palette here. So I came up with this Halo Eye and I used mainly the shades Innocent, Whimsy, Smoked, Glam, which is one of the shimmer shades in the palette. I'm really loving this look. I decided to kind of follow that same halo effect on the bottom as well. And for my lip, I'm using Pumpkin Pie by Jeffree Star, which is part of his limited edition holiday collection. So if you love this color, just take advantage of it now and go ahead and purchase it. But yeah, I'm really loving this look. I love the way it came out, super glowy and highlighted. If you're interested on seeing how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. Move that bonnet out the way. Brows are already done. So I'm using soft ochre paint pot to prime my eyelids. And today we are using the Tarteist Pro palette, which is new and absolutely amazing, so you guys have to get it. So for my transition color, I am using the shade Innocent, which is a nice warm matte shade in the palette on the top row. And I'm just blending that out in my crease with a nice fluffy brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and deepen up the crease a little bit with the shade Whimsy, which is a really warm brown shade. It has some red tones to it, and I'm placing that right underneath where I placed Innocent, and I'm making sure both colors are nice and blended together.
You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it. No, I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you.
Now I am just going back with the Innocent and just softening up the Whimsy with it, so that way everything is blended to perfection. Now with the shade Smoked, I am going ahead and I'm placing that on the outer corner as well as the inner corner. This is a really nice dark chocolate brown shade, and I am pretty much creating that halo effect, so we're going to leave the center of the lid blank.
I don't know how to talk to you.
With a blending brush, I'm just blending the two together, but I am still leaving the lid blank in the center.
Got me on flight overseas, and I still can't get across to you. Oh, last night, I think I lost my patience last night. I got highs and expectations last night. I came to realization, and I hope you can take it. But baby, don't get it twisted. You was just another player on a hit list, trying to fix your inner issues with a bad bitch. Didn't they tell you that I was a savage?
Now with the shade Glam, which is a champagne shade, I am packing that on the center of the lid using a flat shader brush. Packing on the shadow is going to assure that the shadow is nice and intense, opposed to blending it out where you're softening up the color. I'm just going to put a little bit more of that shade Smoke down to make sure that it's still intense. We did do some of the color payoff while blending it out. And with a nude eyeliner, I'm going ahead and putting it in my waterline. Nude eyeliner is going to make your eyes look bigger. I sometimes use white, but white can look really harsh, and for this look I didn't want a harsh eyeliner. And with MAC's Instacurl, I love this mascara. I'm just putting some mascara on, and I threw on some false lashes. These are Posh Lashes in style 510. And with this Tarte primer, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my skin. I'm just pushing it in my skin and rubbing it all the way around. And then with my favorite foundation, the Nars All Day Luminous, in the shade Tahoe, I am just going to apply this with my beauty blender.
I lost my patience last night. I got high as the expectations last night. I came to a realization, and I hope you can take it. I hope you can take it all. I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it. No, I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it.
I'm going to be be doing some cream contouring today. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Mink, and this one is super gray, which is really going to create the illusion of a shadow and a real contour, opposed to using something more warm that will give the more bronzy look. And I'm using a dual fiber brush. This one is from Makeup Forever, and I'm just blending that cream contour out.
I don't know how to talk to you. I just know I found myself getting lost with you. Lately you just made me work too hard for you. Got me on flight overseas and I still can't get across to you. Oh, last night I think I lost my patience last night. I got high as expectations.
I'm using a smaller dual fiber brush to blend the cream contour on my nose. I'm going to list what brush this is in the description box because it is legit perfect to cream contour your nose. And now I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel to conceal and brighten up my under eye. I'll be placing these in the usual spots above my lip, on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and drawing a little tree on my forehead. Now with my baby. This is MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter in the shade Medium Plus, and I'm using this to brighten up these areas even more because the concealer isn't bright enough to really give me that highlighted look. This is a holy grail. You can mix it with your concealer like I'm doing, so that way you can conceal and brighten, or you can use it by itself if you don't need that much concealing. It is legit amazing, and it comes in a lot of shades now. There used to be only 4, but now I think there's about 8, so make sure you get that. Now I'm blending all of that out with my beauty blender.
Seems like they're just happier than us these days. These days I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to be there.
With my Kevin Aucoin sculpting powder in the shade Deep, I'm going ahead and deepening up this contour and setting it into place.
And last night I think I lost my patience. Last night I got high as the expectations. Last night I came to a realization, and I hope you can take it. I hope you can take it all. I'm so good to you. I'm way so good to you. You take my love for granted.
My favorite part, time to bake, and I'm using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder to bake the highlighted areas, using my beauty blender to apply the powder. I like to place the powder right underneath my contour to sharpen up this contour and give it a real clean look. Now I'm using the MAC and Mariah Carey blush in Sweet Sweet Fantasy, and when I say this blush is pigmented, it is pigmented. You do not need a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. And now with a powder brush, I'm going ahead and dusting away this bake, and I'm actually going to go over my blush and contour too to blend it out and soften it up.
I lost my patience last night.
With a really small definer brush, I'm taking the shade Smoked again and placing it on the outer and inner corner of my lower lash line.
But baby, don't get it twisted. You was just another player on a hit list, trying to fix your inner issues with a bad bitch.
Now with a brush that is way too big to be doing this, I am using the shade Whimsy to blend out Smoke. And this is where things go wrong. Right here. Yeah, so that was never supposed to happen. I wasn't going to drag it that low, but I decided just to go with it. So I just took this brush here and I am blending it out, and I'm actually bringing the shade Whimsy a little lower and just rolling with the punches. Now I lost some of that intensity of the smoked eyeshadow, so I am replacing it.
I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to ask you if you're okay. My friends always feel the need to.
Now with the shade Glam, I'm just placing that right in the center.
These days I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know how to be there when you need me. It feels like the only time you see me is when you turn your head to the side and look at me differently.
You guys know I have to drench myself in Fix Plus every time, so I'm just letting that powder just settle down, and I'm using Champagne Pop highlighter to glow. And I'm placing that on all the high points of my face, so my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, on my forehead, and on the tip of my nose, thinking I am Rudolph this holiday season. When she want to be Rudolph so bad. Also placing that highlighter underneath my brow bone as if I'm not highlighted enough already. And I'm just taking that MAC Instacurl once again and placing that on my lower lashes. And for lipstick, I am applying Pumpkin Pie, which is from Jeffree Star's 2016 holiday collection. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I was out of frame, so I'm super sorry for this part, guys. And no, I did not use a lip liner. I just used a liquid lipstick by itself. And finally, I decided to add some highlight in the inner corner of my eyes as well. And that will actually be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you decide to recreate the look, please tag me on Instagram at KeshiJo. I would love to see all the looks that you guys do inspired by my tutorials. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!